Welcome back to CLE Weekend. You're not used to seeing me here in my own home, but I thought, you know what? This is a great time to bring you into my house. As a parent, this is where I am most of the time, at home with the kiddos. And one thing I'm trying to do is keep myself active. This is something that we want for our kids too, right? So I thought it was a great idea to bring in Lauren Chadoff, who is the founder of Yogi Beans. And you actually wrote this book, which is amazing, by the way, author of 108 awesome yoga poses for kids. So you're like, I know there's a need for this, and I'm writing a book about it.
100%. I often tell people, most of us come to our yoga practice later in life, and then we realize all these benefits. Oh, it helps me de-stress. It helps me feel less anxious. It feels good for my body. I feel more confident. Why are we waiting? Children need this now, and yoga offers them so many lifelong tools in terms of self-regulation, social emotional learning, and it is a non-competitive physical activity, which I think is really important for kids to have.
It is so important, right? Because I know it's like, I got them in soccer, we're doing a dance cut, we're doing a lot of things. But this is something that I love that we can do at home, right? Social emotional learning. I know you've talked about. Tell me a little bit about that. Arlen's got a potty break.
Yeah, for sure. I totally get it as a mom. So at Yogi Beans, we're really big on, focusing on the whole child. So in terms of social emotional learning, in our experiences, in our classes, we're always reminding children all the feelings are okay. It's okay to feel angry and frustrated and cry and be sad. It's how do we react? And yoga is such a wonderful tool for children because it gives them coping strategies. It helps them accept and acknowledge the feeling, and then it gives them tools to help deal with it and cope with it, which we can all use no matter our age.
Yeah, it's so true. We can all use it. Now, there's 4 pillars that you talk about in the book. Explain this to me.
Yeah, so at Yogi Beans, we created a method, and it is a matrix of 108 values across 4 pillars. So as I said, we're always looking at the whole child. So the first pillar would be mind life. And that's where we're focusing on values such as concentration, mindfulness, present moment awareness. Then we have the heart life, and that's everything SEL, social emotional learning. So heart life values, we're fostering empathy, compassion, self-confidence. And then the third pillar is the yoga body. And in the West, that's really when we think of yoga, we think about the physical practice, right? So we're helping kids develop strength, flexibility, coordination, proprioception. And then the fourth pillar we call the yogic way. And that's how we interact with society around us, teaching children about friendship, communication, inclusivity. So those are our 4 pillars that we use to educate the whole child.
Let's have Arlen go on his own mat. Arlen, I want you to listen to Miss Lauren here because she's kind of going to give you some instructions. Does that sound good?
Are you ready, Arlen? So Arlen, let me ask you a question. Do you ever sometimes feel angry or mad?
A lot of times.
Thank you. I think we all do, and I appreciate your honesty, right? Life sometimes makes us have those, I call them big red feelings. So when I'm feeling big and red and kind of steamed up, I like to do something called a lion's breath. Will you do this with me, Arlen? So I want you to show me your paws like you're a lion, a big lion. Yeah, that's awesome, Arlen. And I want you to scratch your lion paws. Yes, here we go. Now you're gonna stick out your lion chest. This is the most important part. We're gonna take a deep breath in, and now we're gonna roar it out. It may not make the anger go away. However, when we can teach children to connect to their breath, it's such a helpful tool when they're having these big feelings or having kind of a tantrum or, a dramatic episode.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know breathing is so important. This is really nice. Arlen's 5, but I've got a 2-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and, I've got a lot of nephews. And what's great is that this kind of works for kids for all age ranges.
All ages. We're all breathers. I always say we're all always breathing. Our breath is always with us.
I love it. That's a great way to look at it. Arlen, I want you to come back in here because Lauren's going to show us another move. I want you to tell us, though, especially right now, where we can get more information about your book, of course, Yogi Beans.
For sure. So you can visit us at yogibeans.com. We also have for parents and teachers that are listening, if you're interested in learning simple ways to incorporate yoga into your everyday life, you can visit yogibeans.com/VOD, and we have an excellent on-demand workshop that just teaches anyone that works or has children how to take these practices and incorporate it into your everyday.
Okay, Arlen, Miss Lauren's gonna show us one more move. Mommy's gonna do it too to take us out.
So Arlen, has anyone ever told you pay attention? Have you ever heard that in school, right? A lot of teachers, they'll sometimes say pay attention. And a lot of kids hear this. However, we're not taught how to pay attention. So when we pay attention, we want to put our attention on one thing. So we're going to do a balancing exercise, Arlen. I want you to stand up with me. And this is called bird on a wire. So I want you to look at something that's not moving. Find something in your house, and anyone watching can do this too. And you want to keep your eyes focused on that one thing. And then we're going to come up to our tiptoes. Can you come on your tiptoes, Arlen? Awesome job on those tiptoes. Now watch me, Arlen. We're going to lower down on our tiptoes like we're a bird balancing on a wire. Oh, Arlen, that's amazing focus. Look at that concentration. And then we can flap our wings. Yoga's a practice, not a perfect. Enjoy all the little wobbles, and then we'll come back up. Amazing bird pose, Arlen. I love it.
That was awesome. Lauren, thank you so much. We've already got a lot to work with. My little jumping beat over here. I appreciate you so much. We'll be right back on CLE Weekend.